Welcome, adventurers. I am so excited for this brief-ish video today because I think we've done it. I think we've fixed the Alchemist. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody who has liked, commented, subscribed on this channel so far. It's a new channel, it's a new venture for me, and I'm seeing a lot of really great feedback and really good conversation. And it's out of those conversations that this video comes. You see, one of my first videos was about my experiences playing as an alchemist and sort of specifically what it's like when you run out of reagents and can no longer make alchemical items. Based on the comments, this is a common problem and other people have run into it. And in fact, some of you offered some homebrew solutions. User SFIGGY or SFIGGY, sorry, I don't know exactly which way you pronounce that or say it. But anyway, they offered a potential sort of perpetual infusion solution where an alchemist can always make a specific item. And user Mary Clarence actually said pretty much the same, that this is something that alchemists need, like a cantrip almost to fall back on. And I thought, yeah, that really makes a lot of sense. But as I was going through some of these super specific details on it and thinking of actual scenarios, I ran into maybe some problems. First, I was thinking, well, what if you were a bomber with Quick Bomber and you had this perpetual infusion? You would basically just want to throw bombs, all three actions, every single turn. Because, well, multiple attack penalty, who really cares? Because you're going to still do damage even on a miss with the splash. So that would be a little bit broken. And then I thought, wow, what if you had a healing, like an elixir of life, as your infinite infusion? That would be super broken, because then in between combat, you would just freely make them like crazy, like literally every 2 seconds until your party was fully healed. And that would just totally negate the need for really any other type of healing or any other resources that your party would normally need to invest in. So then I thought, well, maybe there are some exceptions around those particular items. But it's been my experience, once you start adding exceptions, you're going to keep adding exceptions. It means that there's something a little bit off about the original rule. And once you start down that exception route, you're going to keep adding them. I mean, every time a new alchemical item is added, you would have to go and see, well, is this an item that should be something that people can use for their infinite or perpetual infusion or whatever you want to call it? And that's a little bit of a mess. And then I realized Pathfinder 2nd Edition already has a fix for this. Focus points. That's right. You give the alchemist a focus point, and then you allow them to choose one, I'll call it a standby formula. They can cash in that focus point and make that item. They can then spend 10 minutes refocusing and make that item again, just like the way focus spells work. Now, the flavor text of this would basically be, this is a formula that you know so well that you know what you can substitute out, or maybe double a little bit of this ingredient or half that ingredient and still get it to work, good enough. And that's why you can make it all day long. Now, as far as the 10 minutes goes, well, that basically means you are spending some time, a little bit of downtime, reorganizing your inventory. Maybe you're squeezing out like the last of the toothpaste tube on some of your reagents, and you just need to kind of cobble together a little bit more things so that you can make this standby formula. And I think this would help immensely. First of all, at the beginning or at some point during every encounter, you could make and use this item. So that's one action, or at least one turn maybe, that you would not need to dip into your infused reagents or the items you made with advanced alchemy in the beginning of the day. That means that your reagents, your advanced alchemy items, will just stretch longer. And then if you do completely run out of reagents and items somehow, well, you'll still at least be able to make this once an encounter, so you're not totally helpless like I often was playing as an alchemist. So what do you think? I'm really optimistic about this focus point-based standby formula. Unfortunately, I'm not playing as an alchemist in either of my campaigns right now, and in fact, we don't have any alchemist players. So what I need from you is someone, or multiple people preferably, to playtest this. If you have an alchemist in your party, send them this video and try it out in a few sessions. Get back to me in the comments, let me know how it goes. I really think we're onto something. I like the mechanics, I like the flavor of it, and I think this might finally be the fix that the alchemist has always needed.